Is Maddie Sparkles with Conscious Conversation, and I'm so excited to be here today with Mita Unalkat. Hi, Mita.
Hi Maddie, how are you?
I'm so great. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
And today we're going to be talking about puppy love. So Jasmine here, who's very hyper, is after this little treat. Are you
Oh,
ready?
look,
Great. Go on,
Cosmo.
you can have it. Yes, good girl.
Oh,
And Mita, you've got Cosmo with
I've
you.
got Cosmo with me.
Hey, look,
My
Jasmine.
little cosmic
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Jasmine's very camera shy. She doesn't always like, and whenever I talk, she licks me. I mean, do you
Oh
ever have
God.
that?
Oh my God. Yeah, Cosmo licks me when he wants something, but usually first thing in the morning, but then I won't let him lick me.
Oh my goodness, she is a profuse licker. Anyway, before we get really into this conversation, I want to read an angel prayer, and it's angel prayer for animal protection. I thought that would be a nice one.
That's lovely.
So here we go. And I've got my angel music on in the background because it seems to really calm Jasmine down. So, dear angel, dear Archangel Ariel, please keep all the woodland creatures, the friends of the forest, the animals of the wild, in the wild, the forests, the woods, the grass, the bush, the trees, the fields, and the streams. Please help them understand that they have shelter and food and water and friends and family, and that they are safe and secure in those locations. Thank you. Amen. And so it is.
Oh, that was beautiful, Madeline.
Well, I didn't write that. It's from this book, 365 Days of Angel Prayers, and I use it all the time when I'm doing readings or if I'm just every day. There's one for every day of the year. So I thought every time when I have a conscious conversation, I like to start with an angel prayer. So Jasmine and I just went for a play outside in the gardens. I'm not going to squeeze it or it'll get her hyper, but this ball, have you
Okay.
seen these balls? This kind of ball?
No, what is it? No, I haven't.
It's very, it's like made of, I think, latex, or it's just like rubber, and it's very like you could, like when I arrived in the mail from Amazon, it was completely flat, and then it just kind of like pops open, pops up, and
Oh,
it's got a
okay.
wee squeak, right? And they can bite into it, and almost like I'm gonna just like this, like that,
Uh-huh.
and then oh she really wants it. Oh,
Oh,
good
bless.
girl. So yeah, so she gets super hyper when she hears this ball, and I might be a wee bit distracted today because my dog is not as mellow and calm as yours. Sometimes I've got to really give her treats all the time to make her sit still.
Oh, that's
Um,
okay.
but yes, how did you decide on what breed that you wanted?
Okay, so with Cosmo, I had been doing my research for probably about 2 years, and I wanted a hypoallergenic dog, a dog that doesn't molt.
Uh-huh.
And so when doing my research, came across the Maltese breed,
Uh-huh.
and I actually it was quite impulsive. Even though I was doing my research for 2 years, I never had like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to go and buy a dog. It was
Mm-hmm.
just because a friend had posted a passport, her doggy passport, on an Instagram story,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh my god, like Rena's got a Maltese dog. So I was like drawn to contact her, and she mentioned that someone she knew was just had a breed, just had a litter of puppies. Is that
Right.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went to see Cosmo, and I fell in love, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm actually going to get a puppy. So
Wow.
it happened so quickly. It was just
Hmm.
within a few days. He was already 7 weeks, so I only had to wait literally a week to pick him up because he
Right.
had been fully fleed and wormed and all his bits, whatever needed doing.
Injections. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Then I brought him home on the 1st of March 2 years ago.
Oh
So
wow, 2 years. And yeah, I wonder. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Jasmine was 2019, so I think we got her a year after you. But it was
yeah.
also it was like April 20th we brought her home. But I was going to ask you, was he already called Cosmo, or did you name him Cosmo?
I named him Cosmo.
And
Yes.
what made you come up with that name?
Well, I think it had a link to like the cosmic world.
Love it,
And
love it.
yeah, so Cosmic Cosmo, I call him, and he's a real free spirit in the house as well. I don't really
Oh,
restrict him from coming upstairs. He just floats around the house, and
oh,
he yeah, we've just been a bit too laid back with him, I think. And he
that's you. You've always been really laid back, even with your kids. I think it's
oh,
amazing,
oh,
amazing to be like that.
so he still does have a few accidents in the house, even though we did try and train him.
Right.
But like I said, because like we've been quite easy with him, we've kind
Hmm.
of built a rod for our own back. But we're
Right.
really cool with it. We're really
Right.
cool with it.
Jasmine, I think you know the story of how I got Jasmine, and I named her Jasmine because I just saw her, and as soon as I saw her, the name popped into my head. And I think
Yeah.
like Jasmine might be white, like the flower. I don't know, but I saw her, and I was just like, I was walking out of the gym as a lady was walking into the gym, and she had Jasmine under her arm, and I've been wanting a dog for ages, as you know. And at the time, I was actually really, really anxious. I was working in the job, and I was really unhappy there, and I was feeling so anxious and missing the dog in Scotland, Jack, that I'd had
Oh,
the pleasure of living with, my landlord's dog there. And so as soon as I got her, I registered her as a emotional support dog.
oh
And so
wow.
that was another amazing way for me to have her with me at work. But I just saw it, and right away I said to the woman, "Oh my gosh, I love your dog." And she said she needs a home. And I said, "Wow, what's your phone number?" So we did that whole thing. And it
Yeah.
took 2 weeks for me to get back to her in between making a few plans. And then by the time I called back, I said, "Do you still have the dog, or is someone else taken her?" And she said, "No, we still got her." And I think that actually, if I hadn't taken her, then she might have had to been put in a shelter, because she was the last one of the litter and had already gone to someone else, but they had to return her. And so this wee one is, the lady told me she's very high energy, and she needs a lot of love one on one. And I thought, oh, I think I can do that. I've now got to the place where I can meditate with her. Like right now, she's sitting beside me here.
Yeah.
Um, but I'll meditate every morning, and she'll sit beside me, and she knows that's quiet time. And then if I squeak that ball and it's time to go out to play, she's got loads of energy, and she'll, run and jump and all sorts of things. So I like the mixture,
Yeah, it just sounds like it's meant to be, that she came into
yeah.
your life at the right time.
Oh my gosh. And I've been wanting a dog for so long, but I had to wait for a time in my life when I wasn't traveling anymore and I was a bit more
Yeah.
settled. So it's just I really feel I actually look at her every day
Uh-huh.
still, and I think, because she's a year and a half, we got her at 3 months, but I look at her every day and I think, I can't believe you're my dog. I actually can't believe you're my dog. I mean,
Oh.
I think probably people do that with their kids. Did you ever look at your children and look at them and say, I
I
can't
still
believe
look
that
at
you're
them. Yeah, I still look at them and I think, oh my God, are you guys for real? Like, you're actually my kids. And well, Annie and Aidan are now like 20, nearly 21 and 18, and
can't
John's
believe
just turned
that.
10. So
Oh,
yeah, I
that
still wonder. I still don't know. Obviously, I know how it happened, but I
right,
still
right,
don't
right.
know. But yeah, and I do look at Cosmo, and like he's actually sleeping on the towels now, like because
Right.
we've just got lots of laundry out, and he's just like
Do you find
found.
that? Do you find that when you
Hmm,
get your laundry out and it's all really warm from the heat from the
yeah.
dryer, he just jumps onto it and wants to go right into the clothes, or does he not
Oh,
do
he
that?
just wants to be around the clothes, and like
Mm.
I think he just likes that cushy feeling around
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
If not, then he's on the blankets or on the sofa. But yeah, he's probably proper rules the roost actually. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, same
He's got
here. Same here. We call her Princess Jasmine. She is Princess Jasmine. And the funny thing is, this might sound really weird, well, to the listeners, to you guys, but maybe not to you, Mita, because you know me really well. I often have this feeling that Jasmine is my grandma Letty. Like I
oh
just
my
feel like,
God,
yeah, I feel
wow.
like she's a spirit of my grandma. Sometimes the way she breathes, it's really it's really bizarre. Sometimes the way she breathes and the way she sits with her paws like this. And my grandma used
Yeah.
to paint her nails pink. This is my
Wow.
dad's mum. She used to paint her nails pink and wear pink lipstick. And Jasmine, she's so dainty and she's such a wee princess. And she's got a pink collar. And there's just
Yeah.
something about her energy that makes me think it's my grandma.
Wow, that's so bizarre that you say that, because like, I mean, I don't know, I feel there's something there with Cosmo, a link there with Cosmo and my grandma, my dad's mum, and this is really
Hey.
bizarre. I've never mentioned it before. 'Cause my grandma had white hair, and she'd wear a white sadlor, which is like a sari,
Uh-huh.
all the time. And Cosmo, like being white and so adorable, and my grand, she was just so cute and adorable. There's something there that I feel as well. So, you just don't know, do you?
That's
If you
amazing.
feel it, then
Exactly. Yeah, when you feel it, it definitely. I mean, I have no doubt. It's not. I don't have any doubt. I don't just normally wouldn't share it with anyone. But I just thought, we're talking, and
no,
it doesn't
yeah,
matter the fact that it's out
absolutely.
there and everyone else is hearing it. But that's amazing that you have had that thought as well.
Yeah, it's bizarre because I often look at him, and my gran was always like, you know, she was like, just because she had white hair like for a very long time, and like she, my granddad had passed away like very when my dad was very young.
Hmm.
So my grandma always wore a white sari, because that's what widows did
Oh
traditionally,
wow, wow.
in the Indian
That
culture.
that's
So
beautiful instead of black.
yeah, it was always white, like a white sari. And I guess, I don't know, because Cosmo being white and fluffy and
Hmm.
cute, it's just bizarre. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I feel my grandma's presence.
Oh, I love
Um,
that. I love
you
that.
know,
Is that
it,
why Indian weddings are traditionally really colorful, like loads of color rather than white?
Yeah, well, my gran, see, when I was younger and I wanted to wear a lot of black, I used to get told off, and my grandma would say, "There's so many beautiful colours out there, and you want to wear black." Like
Hmm.
I get told off for it so often,
Right.
but I guess, yeah, because there's so many beautiful colours, and especially with Indian clothes, they're so like full of like not just colour but jewels and
Beaded. Oh, stunning.
yeah, needed, so beautiful. So my grand's point was always like, you've got so much more to wear than the color black, and I guess I was being a bit rebellious.
Really? You? Mita and I lived together in London and we were roommates. Actually, we studied together at the London College of Fashion. We did beauty therapy way back in 1993 to
Wow.
95. And we were in the same class in London. And then somehow I think you were looking for somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And my sister and I were living together at the time, and you came and stayed with us. And then after that, when that lease ran out, you and I moved into our own place and we actually shared a room, and then there was another two roommates as well, and we just got on so well, and we've
I,
been so close ever since.
I know. I remember your dad saying, like, your dad would always say to me, like, "How can anyone share a room with Madeline?" I said, "How
Wow.
can someone not
Oh
share
my
a
God,
room with
that is
Madeline?"
so
Like,
funny.
it was just the best experience ever. Like, we just came and went and did our own thing, and we just got on. It was
I
just so,
know.
we just respected each other's space so much. We just clicked. It was just
I loved
amazing.
it. I absolutely loved it. I wonder what he meant by that. I really want to find. I think it probably because he knows that I really need my own space. Like I have
Yeah.
to have my own space, which is amazing because we pretty much like visually drew a line between the bedroom, and that was your side and this was my side. It was just I just remember it was such a lovely time
Yeah,
in
it was.
London
It was
together.
honestly a great experience.
Gosh, that was 15 years ago. Is
15
that right?
or was it longer?
Is it? Oh my
I think.
gosh, what am I talking about? 1990. Do the maths, I'm really bad. 1995.
Yes.
25 years ago.
Yeah, about 25 years
Oh my
ago,
God,
I
not
think.
15. I feel like I've known you way longer. That is so funny. Yeah, that is 25 years we've known each other.
I
And
know.
and the reason why I can totally tell why you're so chilled with Cosmo is because I remember when you had Annie and she was only 10 months and you brought her to
Oh,
our house,
I
and
did.
and you were so relaxed with her as a new mum. You were just so relaxed. You didn't
I think we went
it, wa-
out, didn't we? We left her with your mum.
I don't even remember that bit. I just remember how you weren't like, you have to be in bed by this time, or she has to go down, or there wasn't a routine per se.
No,
And I
no.
always remember that about you, because the way I was brought up and the way I always knew of other people with babies, it was always like
Yeah.
and I
Oh, no.
can't do anything because my baby's doing this. But you just lived your life, and that's probably where your free spirit dog gets. He's such a good match for you.
Probably.
I
It
love
was
that.
funny because Annie was only 11 months, I think, or younger than 11 months when I came to Scotland
Yeah,
to
but she was
see
10
you.
months, I remember.
Yeah. She must have been 10 because then at 11 months she started walking, and at your house she wasn't walking then.
Right. I think that's
Wow.
incredible. And
Funny how you remember certain things.
your kids are so wonderful. Like, they're really
Thank
exceptional
you.
kids. So you've done an incredible job. That's
Oh, thank
amazing.
you. It's
Um,
challenging times.
yeah, yeah, I bet. I haven't had that. So I just look at mothers and I think, wow, so much respect, because I love my freedom, and I haven't had to deal with that. And I love my nieces and
Yeah.
nephews, but
Yeah.
here you go. You can take them back
Oh.
now. But anyway, I
Oh.
was going to say, going back to the dogs, Jasmine's mum was a Maltipoo. Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Because you can't see any multi
No,
at
she is.
all in
I
Jasmine.
know she is totally like. Some people think she looks like. Well, she is Chihuahua mix, aren't you?
Yeah,
But some people say that she looks like she could be Beagle or a bit of Labrador. She's got these really,
yeah.
really long legs, so she could be a bit Greyhound.
Okay. Oh, yes.
She's
Well,
so
I think looking at Jasmine's face and her nose, her mouth area, um,
yeah.
Cosmo, there is a bit of, as in I can see it because I
Right.
look at Cosmo all the time.
Yeah,
So
she's
I
got a
can
bit of
see,
pink. She's got a wee bit of
yeah.
pink around her nose that her mum had, and that's why
Uh-huh.
whenever she sees fluffy white dogs like Cosmo, let's see,
Yeah.
bring. Can you? Is he there? Can you bring him?
Yeah.
When she sees fluffy white dogs, I think she feels really excited or comforted because they look like her mum.
There you
Look,
go.
Jasmine, can you see? Can you see
Yeah.
Cosmo? Can you see Cosmo? She's
Jasmine.
really camera shy. If I ask her to look at the camera, she'll look away. Look,
Yeah,
Jasmine, look at the camera.
I don't know many dogs who actually like the screen.
Look at Cosmo. Can you see him?
Hmm. Oh,
She's like having none of it. Oh, they're such wee teddies.
I know.
I love my dog so much.
Oh,
Mm.
having a
She's
doggy party, doggy Zoom
yes.
party. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, we just gave her a bath. I just gave her a bath, and her skin is just her fur is just so soft.
Oh, bless.
Oh, hi Jasmine.
So many people have got dogs now. 3 of my friends have just all got dogs as well now.
It's just
Absolutely adorable.
they're just so calming and so relaxing for the nervous system. I remember being at school, like high school, like years and years and years ago, and this girl in our I've just got loads of like fluff fur on my on my skin. It's very itchy. I remember this girl lost her dog, like her dog died, and she came into school, and I just remember this absolute like howling, like pun intended. She was howling. She was so devastated, like it was a real like cry from her heart and her soul. I couldn't relate because I'd never had a dog. I didn't have a dog growing up. I couldn't imagine how
Yeah.
anyone could be so over the top at reacting about an animal passing away. And oh my goodness, I totally
Yeah.
get it now.
I do. I'd be devastated if anything happened to Cosmo. I mean, I didn't even actually like dogs before. I couldn't. I'd walk on the other side of the street if I ever saw a dog.
Wow.
And so about 4 years ago, I confronted my fears of dogs, and I had some hypnosis done.
Did you?
Yes, I
Wow.
did. Yes, and I went on the training course, actually with Chris Cummins,
Uh-huh.
and basically I, um, you know, it went through this process and worked through the hypnosis technique, and
Mhm.
after that, I kind of was all right with dogs, and now I'll go up to dogs and give them my hand, and like, as in, I just feel so liberated when I'm around dogs now. I
Wow.
won't walk across the road. I'll just walk towards them, or
Hmm.
just, you know, just carry on walking. It's amazing
Wow.
that's helped me, because I got bitten by a dog when I was really young.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So
Yeah, so
you
that
must
had
have been
put some fear
terrified.
in me. Yeah. Um, as in our culture as well. I should probably speak from my family's perspective more,
Mhm.
actually. Um, we never grew up around dogs, and it was always, um, you don't have dogs in the house. They weren't
Right,
regarded as pets or anything. More stray dogs, especially in India. Dogs are
right.
stray. You know, you wouldn't you nowadays you do find dogs as pets in India, but you wouldn't like years ago.
So
And
is that a Hindu thing, or is that like your
no,
family? When you say in our
it's,
culture,
it's a culture thing, but I guess I don't want to speak for on behalf of other people. I can only
right,
speak from my own experience,
right.
what I've seen,
Mhm.
and what I've experienced through like my family. You know, even now I take Cosmo around to my mum and dad's, and they do actually really love him, but if they won't like say yeah bring him round, we really want to see him, or
Right.
you know, they're still a bit apprehensive about
Yeah.
him, but
Hmm.
they've really grown to adore him, and they do love having him around. Like I was there earlier, and they yeah he'll sit on their lap, and he'll go near my mum. My mum's a bit like, oh no, no, Cosmo, sit
Right.
down, stay away. But yeah, no, I was really fearful, but I faced my fears, and I can't believe I've got a dog in my own house, and he's like my best mate.
Yes, that's amazing. Actually, my mum now, she's not like totally, yeah, bring the dog, like,
Yeah.
bring the dog over or anything like that. I mean, she's in Vancouver, but when I travel, Jasmine comes with me everywhere. So she's been
Oh,
on a plane with me, and she came kayaking with us, and she's been to the cinema with us. And I usually
wow.
just put her in their wee bag, and she's so happy in there. But then, she'll come out and just sit and chill with us. But I literally take her everywhere.
Wow.
Because she's an emotional support dog, so she can.
Oh, that's so cool. So can you even take uh, Jasmine on the plane with you? As in, you can carry Jasmine onto the plane?
Yes. Yeah, she sits with
Wow.
me on my knee or in the bag. Sometimes they'll
Yeah.
say put the bag on the floor in front of you underneath the chair in front, but most of the time
Yeah.
she's really small. So, well, she's not tiny, but she's small enough that she can sit on my
Yeah.
lap or in the
Oh,
bag on my
brilliant.
lap.
How cool is
Yeah.
that?
I know it's amazing. But I really needed it. I was going through a time of really high anxiety. And you remember in London, I had really high
Yeah.
anxiety. So sometimes it comes up, I mean, I'm really in control of it now. I'm a lot better now because I've changed my whole lifestyle,
Yeah.
especially since coronavirus, where I'm really just doing what I want. It's amazing.
Wow.
But definitely, when I first came to America, like 2 years ago after my green card, well, after I got my green card, so I've been like it's been a total of 5 years with the 18-month gap in between. The first year, I was definitely like not feeling really grounded and not I'm feeling a bit anxious. And I really needed to have a dog in my life. And she came into my life, and it's just been incredible. So I think sometimes she needs me more than I need her. But she also has an amazing relationship with Sean, which is so lovely. He's amazing with her. So,
Oh,
and I think that she also finds that she really wants us to be together. Like they're such pack animals. Do you
yes,
find
they
is
are.
Cosmo like that with you and Punit?
Yes. Wherever we go, he wants to go. He knows as soon as we're going to go out the house,
Yeah,
and he'll start jumping up at us, and he's ready to go for a walk or wherever we go. He doesn't care.
yeah,
He just wants to be with us. Even if we're in the living room, all of
yeah.
us watching TV, he'll come and sit in the middle. If we're all just lying down on our beds and just having a joke and a giggle, Cosmo will just jump in between us. He's
Oh,
got to be part of us, part of the
yeah,
pack. He's
yeah.
Yeah, he's very much like that, and it's brilliant. We love it.
Oh,
We wouldn't have it any other way.
yeah, I totally agree. And for ages, I was like, no, she's not sleeping in her bed. She has to sleep in her own bed. And she does have her own bed in our bedroom. She's got beds all over the house, actually.
Yeah,
But more like probably in the last 6 months, she just, in the middle of the night, sometimes she'll jump out of hers and onto us. And then she'll
yeah.
just snuggle in between us. And it is so
Oh,
lovely. I love it. I just think it's so adorable. And that's also
yeah,
something I couldn't relate to in the past, where I thought, oh, you have your dog sleeping with you. That's weird. But now
yeah,
I completely get it because she's like a
yeah. No,
person. They're like
yeah.
people.
Absolutely. I mean, Cosmo doesn't get into our bed, but he always lies on the edge of our bed, and he
Yes.
knows that if he messes around and he doesn't let us sleep, I think on in the earlier days he would muck around and I guess just want attention, but we
Right.
kept putting him downstairs. But now he knows that if he wants to be in our room, he just has to stay put. And then he hears the dog. Other people walking their dogs outside in the morning, and that's when he'll start barking. He's so
Yeah,
protective. I don't know about Jasmine, but Cosmo
totally.
so
Totally the
protective.
same.
Yeah,
If she hears like the clinking of a bell around someone's like a dog's neck, and she hears them going up and down the stairs, there's steps right outside our bedroom window.
yeah,
She always barks. Like
yeah.
sometimes I think she just wants to see who it is, and she's got friendly with some of them. But other times I think it's just like barks. Like if she hears a door knocking, someone knocking at the door,
Yeah.
or if there's a dog walking past, she's like, "What?" Totally starts barking. But the other thing we did with her when we first got her, we put a bell by the door, like vertically, like three little bells, and we
Uh-huh.
taught her to ring the bell every time she needs to go potty. So now, if she
Wow.
gets to a
How
point
did
where
you
she's
do
like,
that?
because we would ring the bell and then say "good girl" and give her a treat, and then go out and do potty, and then come back and then
Okay,
ring the bell and give her a treat. And so she just associated the so Oh, I just got
brilliant.
this note saying we're running out of time. Oh wow. The last thing I wanted to say was, do you ever brush his teeth? We just got like we've got like toothbrush and
Yes,
toothpaste.
well, we tried, and
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't have much luck because he just wouldn't let us. He was just, yeah, we weren't very good at it. But I just had his teeth done at the vet
Funny.
last week, and
Oh.
I've bought these little finger brushes,
Uh-huh.
silicone ones, and I'm going to give those a go. I've got to
I
stay on top of it now
Yeah,
for
I
it.
had no idea that we needed to brush dogs'
Yeah.
teeth. I had no idea. Sean was the one that said to me, "We need to get toothbrush and toothpaste," and I was like, "Are you having a laugh? I don't believe you." And it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god. But I just have to hold her, and then I don't know how Cosmo is with cutting his nails, like clipping his nails. She hates it. So now
Yeah.
I used to do it myself, but now I'll have to hold her.
Uh-huh.
Like Jasmine, good girl, good girl. I'll hold her like this, so she's got
Yeah.
and then Sean will cut her nails like that.
Oh
Good
yeah. They don't
girl.
like their nails being
I
cut or
know.
their teeth being touched. But
I
I just let the groomers do it because I'm too scared if I get too close to the
Yeah, yeah,
edges, and they it would really hurt them or they would bleed. So I've just
yeah.
left that job to the
Oh.
groomers. But
Well,
yeah.
I think we're out of time. Do you want to bring Cosmo to say goodbye?
think
Yay!
so.
Bye,
Say
Cosmo.
goodbye.
But no, look, it's Cosmo. Can you see
Hi,
him?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Oh,
See
she's
you
not
later,
looking.
Jasmine.
Can you see Cosmo?
Yeah, I
She's not
don't think they
looking.
like screens, or they don't really. I don't know whether they see the
I don't
screen.
know if they see, but she always will look anywhere but the screen.
Yeah,
I have to
same.
snap pictures of her really quickly. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you, darling. You're a very good girl.
very
Very
good
good
job.
girl.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
Mita, thank you so much for
You're
bringing
welcome.
Cosmo and chatting to me about our doggies. So
Thank
wonderful.
you for having me. That's amazing. Always great to catch up with you, Madeline.
I love you, Mita, and I will
I
talk
love
to you
you
soon.
too. Definitely. Take care, my sweet.
Bye,
Lots of
love.
love. Bye.
Bye.